So welcome to my very yellow bullet journal. These first few pages are just random notes that I allowed to be kind of freeform because I don't use those pages. Here, June starts out. I actually started this bullet journal in the middle of June, so this habit and sleep tracker is a bit off. Here, I just have to-do lists and notes. I was doing a water fast during this time, so that's on one side. June was also a month that was kind of heavy on poetry and doodling, so I have a few pages of those poems and doodles here. I actually really like the way that this turned out, having one side kind of more graphic. Here you see I have a journal entry. Here I have more notes and to-do lists that keep going through, more journaling. I forgot about this page. This is really beautiful. Here was also kind of a rough page. And then these are my dailies. So I had during this month just 3 days per page, and that was working pretty well at the time. Then July came and I was still very much into that same theme, so I stuck with it. Here you can see what a full month of my habit and sleep tracker looks like. I put a poem here on the left side, and then you have my dailies that continue going through. More dailies and journaling. Here's some more poetry and dailies. More to-do lists. It's interesting, I'm doing this voiceover now that I've already expanded into a larger notebook, and I can tell how squished everything feels, but at the time I didn't realize it. So for August, I guess I was using the same theme as well. Every month starts the same with the habit tracker and the sleep journal. Here we just have more dailies. I used orange for this month. You noticed, if you didn't notice, every month is color-coded with a different highlighter. This month was pretty straightforward. Oh, here I did a gratitude layout, which I kind of like. That was very impromptu. Here I was reading the 4 Amendments, or what are the 4 Agreements. That was a good book. What else do we have? Oh, I think I didn't like something that I did on the right side, so I covered it up with these image. I really like the way this layout looked. I remember using these dailies and being very happy every time I opened up the page. Here we have more notes and dailies. This was kind of a transition page between August and September in reflections. This was an interesting time. So at the beginning of September, I have the layout of the habit tracker and the sleep tracker. It's always so satisfying to look at. Here I had Armenian words of the day that I was learning, and then dailies, more notes and dailies. Yeah, sometimes I put a lot of journaling into my bullet journal when I don't have my separate journal with me. So on days when I'll be traveling, I'll have a lot more pages full of journaling because sometimes I don't bring my separate journal with me. Like here, for example. Here we have a new month that transitioned into purple with stars, but I didn't like what I did here. I did another fast here. That was pretty successful. I think that was my most successful fast. Okay, and here I started reading a lot of books. So I have a few spreads that are dedicated to the highlights of what I learned from the books. A New Earth, that was a good book, but I do prefer The Power of Now by Toll better than A New Earth, although a lot of people say the opposite. Here on the right side, I had a workout tracker for movement and all that stuff. I think also I screwed up something on the left side of this page, so I taped an image over it. The Prosperity Paradox, that was an interesting book, even though I didn't finish it, but it was very interesting. Here I was doing some experiments with layouts and drawing, and I was very satisfied because at this point I realized that the very end of my notebook was also the very end of that month. And that's the whole yellow bullet journal. I was very happy to complete this one and start the new one. Thanks so much for watching, and look out for more bullet journal videos.